back here. Marshall's getting ready to tell his story.
Okay. This started out as an elk hunt. It was about 45 years ago. And we decided, Jack Eckstein, Tom Spikes, and myself decided to go hunt over into across Cabin Creek into a wilderness kind of area there that there was no roads in there then. And we had made up that when we got there, that if any of us got an elk, the other would shoot some signal shots so we could answer back and we'd get some help. So I got about halfway up this steep hill. And fighting brush and alders and everything else, and getting hard to crawl through it. And pretty soon I heard a shot. And then 3 shots. That was a sign that he had went down. So I started in the direction it was. The snow was about 8-10 inches deep. And I had tough going. But after I went up through there for about a half hour, I thought I'd better shoot again and find out where they're at. So I shot, and I got an answer right away. And I was headed the right direction. So finally I looked up and I seen a smoke. A little bit of smoke curling out behind a big tree. And I thought, well, somebody's one of the boys has got one right there. So I started sneaking up. I thought it'd be quite a joke to just stay on the back side of that tree so they couldn't see me till I got right up there. And when I got into about 10 feet of it, I said, took a look at that tree. And it was a huge tree, probably 7 foot on the stump. And big old white fir. And I just looked at it from a story that I'd heard before. I knew there was a big bear tree in that locality that Ernie Eckstein had killed. Went in there a year or two before. So I walked out there, and Jack saved me. I was about 10 feet apart then. And I said, well, where's the bear? What bear? He says. And it had a cheap grin on his face. I said, that looks like that could be a bear tree. So I walked around the other side, and sure enough, there was a hole there, a pretty good sized hole at the base of it. He says, just stick your head out and look in that hole. And I thought, well, that's kind of risky business, but I did. I stuck my head down and looked in the hole. Now, about a foot apart, there were 2 eyes shining out there, and the bear was gone. It didn't have false teeth, so it didn't make good noise. So I said, my God, that must be a big one. I said, 18 inches between the eyes, it looked like. He was chomping at foaming at the mouth, mad. And I says, what you waiting for? I said, how come you didn't kill him? I didn't wait till the punch. He says, Tommy will be here pretty quick. Tommy fired a shot about that time down the line someplace. I said, well, he's on headed the right direction, so he's going to be here pretty quick. And I haven't ate my lunch. Have you? We had our pack sacks on. No, he hadn't ate his lunch. So I looked around and found a big old dead fir there laying there with bark about 2 inches thick. And I thought, well, it made it nice to settle on there, sitting on that snow. So I went over and I jerked off a great big piece of bark and flopped it down. I happened to think, well, now if I flop another down right against the tree, and here Jack sitting over here, and when Tommy come along, I know he'd want to sit down someplace. So it worked out perfect. When Tommy did come along, he spotted us and he come up there and he says, where's the elk? And of course he thought he'd got an elk. He said, oh, Jack says he's down here in the brush. We'll go down and get him pretty quick. He says, have you ate your lunch yet? No. Well, he says, sit down and eat your lunch. He says, because we wanted him to sit by that tree. And he leaned his gun up on the opposite side of the tree when he come up. He just leaned his gun up and he come around there for a reason. And we had this little fire built there. And he come around there. He got his pack sack up pretty soon. He looked around a little bit. He seen that piece of bark to settle on. So he went right over and flopped right down on that piece of bark. I said, oh, I said, sit down here. Oh, he said, now, he was right close to the tree. He wasn't over 3 feet from it. He looked up, seen that hole. He says, he says, that could be a bear tree. Tommy said, yeah. Oh, I said, it could be big enough. Didn't act like nothing wrong. Didn't tell him nothing. He just went over and poked his head right in the hole and shoved, looked down there in the little eyes, and his teeth are snapping. And he come on, his eyes was as big as something. And he says, bear, they're reaching behind him for the gun. His gun was clear around the tree. And, oh, I says, don't get excited. I says, he ain't going any place. Yeah, but he said he might have eaten me up. You guys set me right in front of the hole. finally calmed down, sat down. There was no elk, so well, we ate our lunch. However, he did move the piece of bark. He didn't sit there no longer. He went on the other side. So we ate the lunch, and then we said, well, now what are we going to do? Well, we'll shoot him. And then we said, we'll have to get him out of there. And Jack said, I told Jack, he said, well, you found him. He had a 30-06. I said, you shoot him. Well, where will I shoot him? Well, I said, I'd lay right down there in front of the hole if I was you. And I said, aim right between his eyes. I said, you can see them shining in there. And, well, he said, that ought to do it. So he got down and kerbowie. Well, looked in the hole, and kind of smoke from the barrel. He had the barrel right, the smoke's in the hole, in fact, it was kind of coming out of the tree, you know, and quickly it settled down a little bit, looked in there, and there lay the bear. He was laying on his side, and his head was stretched out like that. Blood was running out of the top ear and the nostril, just running right out. No life at all, not a sign of it. And said, well, says, one of us will have to get in the tree and put a rope on him so we can pull him out. We've got to pull him out without it. Well, I said, I got a lot of that quarter-inch rope. So I volunteered to go put the rope on. So I worked my way in, and I had my shoulder. It went time to get by this place, and I got in there about, halfway, I guess. And I couldn't get the darn thing. I lift his head up, I could do it fine with one hand, but I couldn't hold it. It was heavy. It dropped back down. And I was trying to get that darn rope under it so that I could get, and I couldn't make it. So I started backing down again. I said, what's the matter? I said, well, I got to get a stick or something that I can poke that under there. And then I said, we can get him out. So they went out there and I found a stick about 2 feet long, maybe half big as your wrist. And I started back in again. And it was quite trouble to get in there. Well, I got in just about where I was before. I reached out to get the bear by the head. There was no bear. And I wondered where the hell that thing go to. About that time, some moisture hit me on the back of the head. I looked over here, and here was a foot, one on this side. And I looked up, and about that time, some more saliva hit me in the eye, and it chomped his teeth. So I got right over it. I'll tell you, I didn't take near as much time to getting out of there as I did getting in. My feet just went to work like that, and I just shot out of there. They said that I'd just come out of there like a bullet. I said, well, what's the matter? What's the matter? And I said, that bear's not dead. Oh, Jack says, you're kidding. He says, that bear has to be dead. He peeked in the tree and he snapped at him, just like it was the first time. Standing in the same position. Well, what are we going to do? Well, I said, he's your bear. Shoot him again. And so he said, well, where will I shoot him this time? I said, try right in one eye. I said, I've heard, I don't know what truth there is to it, that there's never shoot a bear between the eyes. But I said, it just now dawned on me. I said, that their brain is like a horse. It's in 2 parts. And if you hit right between, you won't kill him. And so he did. He shot him again. Looked in, same thing again. Laying there, bleeding. Finally, by gosh, Jack said, well, you can go in again, Morris. I said, no, I said, stop this over. I said, like I say, it's your bear. I said, you want him, you go in there after it. So finally he was going to do it, but he went behind him with this big stick and poked a daylight hole back under that root so he could see something in there, dark in there. Well, he finally got so he could see him. He says, well, he says, I'll go in. I said, he's dead. He took his rifle barrel and poked the bear in the back end, and several times couldn't get no response. He says, he's dead. He said, I ain't afraid to go in there. So he went in the hole. He got over the top of the bear and behind. He put the rope on. He handed us the rope. And we started pulling. Well, we had about 4 or 5 of the feet of that bear out. There was about that much more in there. He was a bear. And got hung up. Couldn't get him. Couldn't get him an inch. And I says, kick a little bit harder in there. Push. Anything. Get that bear out of there. We couldn't budge no more. So finally I turned around to Tommy and I said, I just happened to think how we can get that bear out of that hole. Tommy says, how? I said, you just watch. says, you get ready for it. And Bushman took it. Jack! Yep. I says, by God, for Christ's sakes, kick. That bear's coming to life. He says, and he had literally kicked the bear out of the hole. So we didn't have to pull very hard. He didn't want him in there with him. So we got him out, and he was about 7 feet long. That bear weighed 405 pounds dressed. And that's about the end of the story. Outside of we did had to go back and get 4 or 5 guys. We carried the bear out on a couple of poles we strapped to him. And we carried him up the pickle, and then we cut the poles off right at his feet and stood him up there. And I had to, as far as I could reach, to get that bear by the head, just standing like that, to reach his ear, and then I had an axe in one hand like I was going to kill him. And that was the end of the story.
Can you imagine how
He gets big eyes.
Oh, yeah.
So does Dale.
When he was sitting by the bear hole, I said, I'll bet you I'd love to see his eyes.
Well, his eyes was